Namaste and welcome. Today, I'm really pleased to have two very dear friends and, of course, well known members of the Indian American community, Anuradha Palakurthi and Prashanth Palakurthi. Anuradha, of course, is our superstar locally, the Nightingale of Boston. I think needs very little introduction to our audience. But today, she really, to me, is the representative who created Mitwa, the amazing music video that if you haven't seen it, you have missed out on it. So she is with me. And interestingly, the company that is produced that, Juju Production, is the CEO for that is Prashanth Palakurthi, who is with us as well. And I would like to welcome both of you to Lokvani. Namaste.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Ranjani. Nepotism always wins.
Of course, of course, of course. And I am so glad, Juju, that you hired Prashanth. I think that was a good idea to do. Every talented person needs somebody else over there. So, but I am going to start with you, Juju, really as as a artist and interested in music. I'd love to know from you what it takes to create such a beautiful thing. Because you are a great singer, of course, we all know that. And there are many talented singers who go out and sing songs that might be, written by others and composed by others. But you take every one of them as a unique product. You put together a unique song, a unique, video, thought process. How do you do it? First of all, why do you do it? And then how do you do it?
Why do I do it? Wow, there's so many reasons for that. I think one major reason is sitting with us in this group. Why I do it? But that's a nice question. Jokes apart, why I do it? Because I think I'm blessed with Goddess Saraswati has given me a talent and my parents. So I will be doing a little bit of injustice if I did not do anything with it, which is what I hear from my CEO all the time, who thinks that I must pursue this passion of mine.
Yeah,
So it's
not
a
just the
passion.
music. So I was just asking, not just singing, but making such a grand effort to do different things with it. So
Right. Um, I guess I'm because I started a little late in my life, I find myself a very good student. I think all adults should become students. I think they learn faster and better, and they are, I think, more dedicated, more devoted. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the biological clock. But because of that, I find that everything I do in life, as far as music is concerned, I want to become a better artist. So everything I do it with a purpose. That is not to just, you know, produce what I know, but I want to produce something I don't know. So every time I collaborate or perform with another artist, and I'm very fortunate to have somebody, the CEO, who's very smart. He has a vision for the company, and he's very dedicated, and he's the one with the ideas. So when I say, "Oh, I wish I could do this," he makes it happen. So every concert, you've been to every concert of mine, every video of mine, I try to up my game a little bit. I want to learn from my co-artist. So I guess last time I produced something, Prashant, it was we did a song with Salim, was it? He created a song, right? So then I wanted to do a Marathi song. It's going to come out, and of course we want to make it grand. And then I want to perform with another male artist, and then I think we found out who the best. What?
No, you didn't find out. We asked Aarti We asked Aarti who's the best
Yeah.
male singer.
I was going to come to that.
Yeah, and
I was
Aarti
going to come
said,
to that.
yeah, go on. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that we found out who's the best male artist, vocalist in the country, and without batting an eyelid, my guru Artiji said it's Rashid Bhai, Ustad Rashid Khan. Of course, we just needed that one thing to give to Mr. CEO here, and he put it out on the Facebook, and you can say from there, and then I can continue once you. Would you want to do that? Do you want to jump in?
Yeah, so I put it on Facebook saying I want my wife to sing with Rashid Khan. Can somebody help me? Um, I don't even know whether she's at that level, but I'd like to, and I know that she always steps her game up. with the people in front of us. She goes. I saw that with Suresh Vadkar. I saw that with Kumar Sanu. I saw that with Hariharan. Every time you put her with people, she kind of steps the game up. So I said, let's try with the best. So I put it on Facebook, and somebody wrote back and said, yeah. I mean, Rahul Ranade said, Prashant, yeah, we can do it. And then he went to Rashid Khan, and Rashid Bhai said, yes, we'll do it. And Rashid actually said yes because he trusted Rahul. And Rahul ke साथ एक और गाना भी किया था हमने पहले. So it was, I think, putting the best people together, getting the music done, and then the grandeur of the song and everything else comes from Madam's vision. Madam says, I want it to be grand, I want this, I want that. So then Mr. CEO runs around the country.
So, but
Yeah, well, carry
Go
on.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, I said he is grand is what Ustad Rashid Bhai is, right? Rashid Khan is grandeur. So we want to make it more grand. Then I want to make it grand. And of course, I'm very scared. So Prashant, we got it arranged. Rahul made the melody, but we have to have the orchestra in the back. And Prashant approached Ishan Chabra, who's a brilliant composer, upcoming music composer in his own rights, Berkeley grad from here. And Ishan knows, I think we have used Budapest Orchestra before. So we approached.
We want to create. Juju's view was that this is a man with one of the few artists who did well in commercial films and also in classical music, and she wanted to incorporate Western classical music into this. So she combined three different genres. If you see Bollywood / semi-classical, classical, and Western classical, and bringing it all together was important to her vision. So we brought all of those things together.
That's
And then we had to go to, for the video itself,
yeah.
to Bappa, and Bappa organized all of this stuff. Bappa Lahiri. He runs our business, mostly.
I see.
All Indian operations he runs.
So, Anu, when you thought about I guess you wanted to do something grand with Rashid Khan Saab, but then how did this idea of this particular song and this particular theme, and the dance and how does that come about? Who is the concept developer and who is the architect?
Yeah, well, concept is always mine, Ranjani. That is the truth. And I always, when I listen, I'm very passionate about music, and I think I'm a wannabe movie director as well.
Okay.
Maybe it's watching too many Sanjay and Leela Bhansali movies, but that comes from my dad, I think, the theater critic, movie drama, and all that. So, well, Rashid Bhai is classical music. And I'm a student of classical music, but I do semi-classical and Bollywood style. So we combine these two styles. Now, what do? We want to see, what does the music evoke inside you? Is it a passion of romance, or is it lost love, or is it something else?
Yeah.
So we all heard, and everybody thinks it's a romantic song. It's a love song. What do we do now? We have to create a love story. So we were talking, and so many ideas came up. And then we realized, when I say we, because I always have Prashant, he's my sounding board. I ask him for better ideas, or I run my ideas by him. So we thought, okay, love story. What do we do? So all these videos and all the love stories, all the videos that come out accompanying, earlier songs have all had younger adults as the hero and the heroines.
Yeah.
We thought, why don't we explore with something more mature? How about, being an artist myself, I know what sacrifices artists have to make. I don't want to call them sacrifices, choices. So you make the right choices if you want to go after your passion, right? You want to become a classical singer, you have to make the right choice. If you really care, you have to devote yourself to your art. Same goes for a dancer. You know that, Ranjani, you're a classical dancer. So we thought, why don't we pick two artists, a female dancer and a male vocalist? And for some reasons of their own, they have been unable to find the right companion in their life, or a best friend. That's why it's called Mitva, who's a companion / best friend / love interest. How about they both find each other and make it more about falling for each other's art, and then discover romance in that? So I think both of us, we loved the story. So we set about finding the right artist. Yeah, carry on, Prashant.
I think the thing for us was, it's possible for you to fall in love at a later stage. And in modern love, is no longer like what it was when we were 20 years old. So we wanted to focus on that kind of love as well. I think that was her view. And her view also was that because
Artists,
hmm?
artists give up
Yeah,
everything. Yeah, make choices in their lives, and they really don't have time to go in that direction. होता तो होता है, नहीं होता तो चलता है, because their art is their first love. And we also know a lot of successful couples in the community. And we, right, Prashant, we have friends with second chances, a lot of couples here. So it was very inspiring that to see that in the community. So
Yeah.
actually, it was Prashant's idea to say, why don't we look for an older, mature adult?
Oh,
And then I came up with, I thought it was brilliant. So I said, yeah, dancer and vocalist, two artists who have no time for anything else,
no, I think it's so relevant for the modern times as, people not only in the arts, in everything, they're pursuing their passions and, their careers and, things are getting delayed in a different way. Actually, watching it reminded me a little bit of Tilana Mohanambal, with the musician and the dancer coming together. And in fact, the holding of the hands, I said, maybe I was like,
Yes.
I was like, was she influenced by that?
Nalandana, right? Nalandana. Something like that, right? That song.
Nalandana, Nalandana.
Nalandana. La 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 la, Nalandana.
Absolutely.
Right?
Oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful. The theme, the idea, of
You're
the,
right.
that
Oh,
reminded
what
me
a
of that.
fabulous
So,
theme.
yeah, I must have watched that movie, I don't know, 100 times.
See? And
Yeah,
you watched it because you're a dancer. You know
yeah,
exactly what I'm talking about.
exactly. That's why Mitwa just, I was like, oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. So, this is
I
really,
must tell you a funny thing.
yeah,
Bappa, who manages all of this,
yeah,
India, the crew, we have a big crew in India,
yes,
obviously, a lot of, cameramen, this. So Bappa said, Prashantji, when Anuradha ji is done with music, you have to make her a movie. Director Prashantji, she has a vision of everything, Prashantji. She won't let a single thing fly around.
Yeah.
you were like, I know my house is run like that. I can understand that. So, Prashant, this is, I mean, this is really great to know, Anuradha, that you're that side, right? It's not just about singing. There's so many other talents that you have that have come to play here. And that's how this beautiful product that has been made. But as Prashant, as Anuradha said, this could not have happened but for the grant support that you provided. So, what does it take for artists, who might have that vision, who would put something together? But what are the other things that they need to be, made aware of so that such a product can not only come out so beautiful, but I think her art made it touch my heart. But how do you take it so that it touches a large population and brings it to a large area?
I think firstly, it starts with the quality of your product. As
Wow.
in anything, you have to make a high quality product. High quality, I don't mean as in complexity of the construction of the rag or whatever. Juju, for example, this song, she wanted it in Bhinna Shadaj. So
That's
based
what I
loosely
was.
around Bhinna Shadaj, she wanted that. It doesn't have to be that level of but it has to be catchy. Music has to be catchy. People should learn to sing it, play it. There are lots of variants of this success of this. But once you put out a good quality product, in the modern world, what succeeds and what fails is dramatic and immediate. It's astonishing. There'll be a song called Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style will take few seconds to become a big hit.
Yeah.
So the scale of the business is changed dramatically with social media, with Instagram. Today's world, I would say, is mostly Instagram is for music, YouTube is for videos, and TikTok is TikTok and Instagram. But Indians, I think, don't like TikTok, so we don't do much TikTok ourselves. Our music doesn't do TikTok. So the business element of it, first of all, success is a chance. Every single hour of mankind, 80 hours of music is being uploaded onto YouTube. It is simply impossible for your song to stick out on its own. So you need to push it. The way to do that is through partnerships, cooperation with other artists. They will post, you post. You bring it, for example, tomorrow, if, I don't know, Virat Kohli were to say that he liked this song will see a dramatic kick up in the list of people watching it. So it is just one of those things. I think one of the earlier songs that Juju did, Sara Ali Khan liked that song. I forget which one it was, Juju. It had like, few 100,000 views. It became 4 million views within like 2 days or 3 days. So I don't remember which
Yeah.
song it was. I think Madhuri Dixit also did one of your songs, right,
The
Juju?
Ganpati song.
Ganpati song, Madhuri Dixit did. It went through the roof. So it's, some of these partnerships that you build, for these alliances you build, either you do them, say, Madhuri, will you do this for me?
Yeah.
Or she picks it up on her own. In this case, she picked up on her own. I would suggest artists spend a lot of time in creating these collaborations while you're producing a song. It is not like the old world where Ghulam Ali will sing and everybody will listen. Or Lataji will sing and it's not true.
Yeah.
There are 80x of volume that any human being can possibly listen. So number one rule is collaboration. Collaboration means this business of music has become from an art. The business has become like any corporation. You need to have a marketing function, you need to have a sales function, you need to have a PR function. There's a business end of it that's changed. So if any artist wants his music to be heard, he could luck it. It could be a fluke. It could be like, what is that song? Lamborghini. Lamborghini Chalaye Aaye. They took an old song, 50 song or 60 song, and they made it a super hit.
Folk song. They took a Punjabi folk song.
Punjabi folk song
In a movie also, some movie, Jiju.
Punjabi folk
Old
song.
Punjabi movie, yeah. So whatever, it became a big hit. So you can have, while you can have those lottery ticket kind of deal, which I'm not going to talk about as a rule, but generally speaking, partnerships, alliances, cooperation, marketing, these are the things which work.
Fantastic. So a musician should not just think just because they have a fabulous product, just like anything, like I guess any product out in the market.
We learn that, right? We learn in capitalism that there are many people who produce products as good as yours. First of all, it's arrogant to think that your product is better than others. I don't believe that any of our products is better than other people's products. I don't believe that. Any product is, every artist, when he puts something out, it's from his heart, and I respect it immensely.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could be just, you have to respect that person, whoever is doing it. It is his heart. It is his expression. You can't mock people's expression. You can't even compare expression. It's what he's surrounded with. And cooperation, my answer to your question, short answer is cooperation.
Beautiful. So now you are the CEO of this company, and you said it's the first time you're running a company where you don't care about the outcomes. But surely you must care about the outcomes. I mean, there must be some success metrics or something that you're working towards, right, Prashanth?
No, Ranjani. Unfortunately, this is the only business where if I fail, quote unquote, fail by any measure you take, I don't care. So it has never happened to me. Previous businesses, if I failed, mortgage, children's college fees, food on the table, car payments, all of these things would go for a toss. But so right now, what that gives us is, that gives Juju is freedom.
Yes.
She just goes and says, I'll do what I like. For example, a new song, Ranjani. I must tell you about my new song, Ranjani.
Your new song. I love it, Prashanth. Go ahead.
I take such ownership.
Our new song.
No, I'll tell you why it's my new song.
Yeah.
I take such ownership for it. Though I don't know the music, I don't know anything involved in that. It's going to be spectacular. This is the story of Jatayu, that Juju's gone. And this was Juju's idea Juju's favorite character in Ramayana is Jatayu, somebody who puts his life for other women in distress.
Yeah.
It takes a very special kind of skill to do that. Yeah. And on the Jatayu, we built this magnum opus in using Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. In the Abbey Road Studios, we recorded it. Pedro Osuna, the guy who's doing the new Godfather, and all Western, and we are telling this story from Western world, and it'll be
huge. It's huge.
Oh
it's a six-part movement. It's huge.
Movement.
Wow. My goodness.
Coming.
Okay.
It's coming. We did that.
Yeah.
And we did another one, Ranjani, another one beautiful. This is Juju's favorite baby. Her concept is Indian civilization. Hinduism is a religion where Goddess Saraswati is a goddess of education and art.
So true.
So the ancient people, when they declared a goddess, they said this is art. They put music into education. While you are preparing for IIT entrance exams, music is not a requirement, but all people thought it should be.
It should be.
Juju is of the view that music should be brought into Indian curriculum, at least basic music of what is Shadaj, what is Rishabh, and
Yeah.
to in ages from, let's say, from 3 to 10, sometime,
Yeah.
so that because that's how you build uh, uh, that you build confidence in your culture, your music. Music is a very key part of making a better student.
For
So
sure.
Juju wants to do that. So we are going to release that song. It's called Hey Sharde
Mm,
on Saraswati.
beautiful.
It's in
Oh,
Marathi,
my
composed
goodness.
by Kamlesh. It's already been recorded. We're just waiting for a good time to release it. We want Mitwa to get a lot of love before we release other songs.
Sure.
So this is
So,
called Hey
so,
Sharde. Hmm?
so, Anu, so what is like? I mean, I'm sure when you create a product, right? Like, what are you looking for from the audience for the product?
It's a good question because we at this point we just like Prashant said, we just do it for the not for the fun of it, but the real satisfaction I get from making these products, you know.
It's more
Not
about making it rather than the rest of it. Would you say that?
Yeah, I mean, Prashant just said it's about making it. You know, you feel a sense of realization, self realization. It's very important for me. And I think after making it, Prashant said it, after that, it's a chance. You don't know how many people listen to it. You know, on Instagram, if you miss one post, everything is around the Instagram these days. In a day, Prashant, I don't know how many posts there are. I don't know if it's reaching everybody who's following me. I don't know because by the time they turn, look at my Instagram, that post has gone down. So I don't know who's listening, how many people it's reaching, what's happening. So it's all about how much to push it. And then at the end of the day, at some point, if somebody really some person who really matters who listens to it, like Prashant said, it's at the hand of that person and it's brought out to the world. So if you're going back to your question, I really want people to listen to it. I will
I
be
must tell you,
very
I must tell you, I'm very surprised that Rashid Khan's song was not retweeted or
yeah,
re-programmed by
yeah.
90% of the classical music. This is his last song, Ranjani. By a strange happenstance, the last song of his life was with my wife.
That's
Just
amazing.
it is such a it's a momentous song, and I
So,
think this song has a lot of legs. This song will outlive us because when people say what is Rashid Khan's music, this will come out of his last song.
so
Good. I'm glad you brought that up, Prashant, because on the scale of magnitude of, you know, status, Rashid, Ustad Rashid ji and me, there's a huge, there's a huge
Yes.
gap, chasm. So I'm surprised artists, very big artists, are not putting it out there. So what does it mean? Have they not heard it? Do they not care? Or why are they not putting it out? I have no idea. It's mind-boggling.
right.
People who really adore him, who worship him, who follow him, big artists in the Bollywood industry and classical music. Why are they not retweeting it? If they really care about him, all those eulogies that you see on their posts. When the song comes out, why don't they replay it? Why don't they talk about it? So that answers your question, right? There's a lot of
A lot of
factors.
big things, a lot
I
of things, Rani.
So do I care? I should not care. If I cared, then no, I will never, you know, it becomes for a different reason, right?
So we are in this pleasant position of where we don't have to care
Yeah.
what happens
Yeah.
to the song once we put out. We do our damnedest, Ranjani. We do our damnedest to make a good product, and we do our damnedest to create good cooperation
Yeah.
alliances.
Yeah.
And
And
my biggest fans are my family and friends and people like you in the community. Go Boston. I love
No, I mean, I
no,
think
no, but 4 million
every,
people saw. Now it's 4 million. It's not just Boston.
oh my
I don't
God.
know who they
Yes.
are, you
Yes.
know.
No, I mean, I
9.9% of the viewers are from Brazil.
interesting.
Oh.
Well,
Wow.
I don't know what's going on. That's the second most popular country. I mean,
Interesting.
India, United States, and then Brazil.
Was it? Wow, wow. No, it's interesting. Yeah, no, no. You're going to be a superstar in Brazil. Now that is Copacabana. Here I
Learning
come.
Portuguese. Juju learning Portuguese.
I,
I'm a South Indian singer from the US who's the best Assamese singer. I'm
oh,
on Assam television.
that's every one of your songs, and I guess it's very interesting, right? As an artist, you are not able to see your audience right there. It's somewhere out there, and what they are doing when they are watching it, how are they reacting to it? It's always an interesting thing to think about, right? But let me tell you, when I
Cause,
listened to
Ranjani.
it, I was very touched.
Ranjani,
Thank you.
cause becomes, see what happens now, because we really don't care about
Yeah,
commercial outcome. we attach it to causes.
Yes, that's
So
it.
Sharda is a very important cause for us. Saraswati is a very important cause. I really think Indians will do a lot better. Society will be a lot stronger, and we will be a prouder nation and a better nation if we go back to teaching music to basic students. I believe that.
I
Till
totally.
fifth grade. By fifth grade, it should be an optional.
It should
Yeah.
always be there. I mean, there's no question about it. You know, it may not
Struggle
be
to
at a
find an Indian who knows
very
what is
high
Yaman.
level. Yeah,
You struggle to find an average Indian, you catch him and ask him what is Yaman, they won't know.
yeah, well,
It's a
for
part
sure.
of our heritage for so many years.
I know, I know. Whether they know it or not, they should be able to appreciate it at least. They don't need
Correct.
to know Yemen, but at least if you hear it, they say, you know, it touches me. And I think that does need some training. And so I think I'm so happy. But I think this is succeeding because I'm going to take the last thing you're saying. It's because of Karmanya Vadika Raste. You're just doing it ma phaleshu kadachana without any, you know, seeking the goals. So the Bhagavad Gita, as it says, it's got to be a success. Juju, Prashanth, what a pleasure to have you both on this interview here. It's really wonderful to see all the good things you do. And Juju, you are such an amazing woman, and I'm glad people are getting to see it and not just Bostonians. So thank you so much.
Ranjini,
Namaste.
wait for my Jatayu. My Jatayu. Okay.
All right.
Juju's love, but it is mine. Remember that when it involves
Thank
Absolutely.
big time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.